not from New England, but I do like a New England clam boil. You can call it a seafood boil. I'm not really sure what you like to call it. The point is, I want to show you sort of my take on cooking some seafood in a delicious, spicy, winey broth, because it is a party, it's a feast, and when you look at it, it's abundant. We've got beautiful little neck clams, wild of course, purged for a good 4 hours at least. We'll talk about this in a bit. I'm using shrimp. These are shell on but deveined. I've got a couple of lobster tails, which we will talk about in just a bit. And then I've got some corn, baby red potatoes, garlic butter, some parsley. You're gonna need Old Bay, some wine, and then appetite and an appetite for life, because this is just phenomenal. So let's get started. You wanna make sure that your seafood is ready. You can add to this, you can add some mussels to this if you wanted to. I don't add mussels to this, but you could. And you can also do no lobster tails. That's totally up to you. I'm gonna split these two so they go a lot further, which I will show you. But for now, what I wanna work on is in here, I wanna add this butter and I wanna get this melting. Where's my little torchy magaroo? Ah, my thing is backwards. Where's my? I did this. That's okay. There we go. It's a little bit hot. I took a whole head of garlic, just cut that in half. Okay, I'm gonna take these cloves, add it right in there. Oh, that smells good. Butter and garlic. I mean, it's not, you can't start anything with that and not be good. Let's talk clams for just a second, because it is so important, vital really, that you purge your clams properly. And what I mean by that is, when you get clams, they are, every time, filled with lots of grit, lots of sand, and if you take them from the store, throw them in here, you're gonna end up with very sandy broth, a very sandy spaghetti, whatever you're putting them in. What you mean by purging is you take your clams, you put them in a bowl filled with cold water and a sprinkle of salt. You put your clams in there. The salt allows the clams, it helps the clams open up and really spit out all of their grit, and then you leave it in the fridge. And then you change the water every few hours. I did this morning. So I did this about 7 hours ago, and I changed the water and salt twice. So this is a third batch, and look how clean the water is. It's beautiful. Worth doing. Don't skip that. Worth doing. Okay. In here, I'm gonna add some wine, some dry white wine. You can also do beer if you wanted to. And I'm gonna do some water, bring that to a boil. While that happens, I'm going to just take my corn and I'm just gonna cut it like so that you got nice little coins. And then I'm going to chat with you about what you do with the lobster if you want to use lobster. Now, there are so many variations of this. Some people like to use a sausage. I don't. If I was going to do a sausage, I would do more of it like Louisiana style boil, but I'm not doing that. I'm just going to use fresh seafood. Ooh, I lost a piece of corn. That's okay. And then I've got baby potatoes, all the goods. You're gonna take your parsley, add that right in there. Old Bay, you need Old Bay for this. You need Old Bay. As much or as little as you want. I like a good couple tablespoons, because I like it pretty pungent. And I'm just gonna bring this to a boil. I'm gonna crank this up a tiny bit. There you go. It already smells good. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and add my potatoes and my corn. Some people don't add their corn at this stage. I do not like my corn barely done. I like my corn cooked, okay? I don't like it. Here's a weird thing. I love raw corn. That makes no sense. I love raw corn. I do. But when I'm cooking corn, I want it cooked. So I'm gonna put the lid on, leave that be for like 10-15 minutes. I want those potatoes to be about halfway cooked. And then at that point, we'll do something else. But now I want to talk to you about how to handle your fish that is a lobster tail. And let me just tell you this, okay? If you have people over and you serve them a lobster tail, I hope they're thankful, okay? I hope they feel special. You could do the claws as well, which are really, really lovely. I didn't today, but it's really lovely. And here's what you do. You're gonna take this, these are actually like poultry shears. And you're gonna take this, the scissor, let's call it, and you're going to very carefully cut through like so. And then you're gonna turn it around and do the same thing, like that. It's actually not that difficult. And then you're gonna take a sharp knife. I'm just using my cleaver. And there you have it. Makes it go a lot further too. And I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. That way they're done and ready. Take your lobster tails. After that 15 minutes, just throw them on there like so. Beautiful. Cook those. You're gonna let those go, I mean, the lobster tails on top of that for an additional 5 minutes, I'll say. 5 minutes are up. They're not fully cooked through, but they will be. This is the part where you take your clams. Make sure you don't take from, you hear the giggles? I hope you do. You got baby girl having quite a laugh. Oh, you could smell this right now. You'd understand the excitement. It just smells insane. And then your shrimpy maroos. Keep the shrimp, get the shrimp that are deveined, but the shell is still on, because that's the good stuff right there. That is the good stuff. I'm gonna crank this up. I'm gonna crank it up, and this is only gonna take like maybe 6-7 minutes. It doesn't take very long for the shrimp and the clams to cook. And then all I'm going to do is chop up some fresh parsley, and then we're pretty much done. I've got some lemon wedges ready to go. I've got some bread to dip, and life's good. Is that spectacular, or is that spectacular? I broke this one. That I broke it myself. That's okay. That looks beautiful. Oh, I broke a potato. Turn this off. Try and do it. Nope, opposite way. Now the hard part. The decanting part, okay? I could probably just, hold on. Well, it scares me. It scares me, but let's see. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You know what? If you ain't living your best life this summer, let me teach you how, okay? I'm gonna discard that. I'm gonna discard that. Move that around. Look at this beautifulness. Look at this, okay? Look at this. You bring it to the table. Let's go to the table. Look at that. Potatoes are tender. Juices are flowing. The parsley is parsleying. Okay, it's doing all the things. Take your lemon wedges. You need them. Okay, you just need them. It ain't a party until now. And then the best part, I'll tell you what the best part is. The best part is this, okay? That right there, especially the heel of the bread, my favorite part. Take this, come in here, in there like that. Goodbye. Goodbye. That is spectacular. That's a good clam, Diane. That is delicious. I mean, honestly, that is how I want to spend my summer. That is exactly how I want to spend my summer. And I want you to spend it the same way. I'll have this written for you on laurainthekitchen.com. You really just got to make it. It's easy. It's delicious. It's a party. It's summer. What a time to be alive. Hope you guys have enjoyed spending time with me, and I will see you in the next one. See you later.